Hello everyone, this is Lego, and today I do the explaining for how to retexture things in Portal 2. You may have noticed that I recently liked a video that showed how to do it, but the guy in that video wasn't very descriptive. And in this video I'm going to try to be as descriptive as possible. So, in the place where you edit and do stuff with test chambers, you just go here. I could use either this test chamber or this one. This is a new chamber or my hyperactive testing initiative. So instead of either of those, I'm just going to use this. This is my favorite thing to use to demonstrate how I do this. So in here, I have a bunch of things that I can retexture. And yeah, but before you actually start doing the retexturing, which I will show how to do in a few seconds, you will want to make sure that you have the developer console enabled, which no, it's not in the audio section. It's in here. You have to enable it, allow developer console. So after doing that, you hit tilde, and then it opens this, and here you'll want to type Puzzle Maker Export. It shows up over here, and then name it whatever you want. I'm just going to call mine Tutorial. Everybody does that. Okay, Puzzle Maker Export Tutorial, hit enter, and it saves the puzzle. Yeah. Now over to the desktop, but you will have to quit Portal 2 first. Okay, back here on the desktop. I have my Steam, and I can go to Library. Like, to do this, I have to go to Library, Tools, and make sure that I have this installed. So you'll want to right-click and click Install. But I already have it installed, so I can just click Play Game. And over here, I double-click on Hammer, and then I go to File, Open, and then I open tutorial.vmf. Okay. And for you it'll look a little bit different. This image is all big for me, but for you it'll show something a bit more like this. Which doesn't really matter. You can make it bigger by dragging this down and dragging this over here. Yeah. So I can just go over here, and so yeah, this is what stuff looks like in Hammer. It's like MC Edit, but for Portal 2. And so yeah, I want to retexture things. I think I'll start by demonstrating a trick that I recently figured out. How to make non-solid walls. To do that, I click on the fizzler, or like if I have a fizzler, I can just click on a fizzler, and then over here, I click Replace. And I click Fizzler Center first, and I can replace it, and I'll just say with that. Okay. So 8 textures replaced. But I want to replace the sides of the fizzler as well. So to do that, I go over here, do the same thing, and select the other 2 fizzler textures. So that'll do that, and I can do this. So yeah, this is pretty simple, pretty easy. Oops, looks like I used the wrong texture there. So it actually replaces the texture, obviously, so you have to select the right texture, and for some reason, I see why it's not working. This thing is a bit tricky, it doesn't always work. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, so now my fizzler has been turned into a wall. So yeah, that's how to make invisible walls. But you can also use this to retexture things. And by the way, how you move around is you do WASD to move around, like moving, and then you hit space and hold click to turn your head. And yeah, that's how it works. So what I'm going to do in here is, if I want to retexture, for example, the floor, I hit Control. I can select multiple textures by holding Control, and then I can go over here, and I want to replace this texture with one of my favorite textures, also known as the wooden texture. Well, one of the wooden textures. That did not work. So yeah, you have to make sure that you select the right texture. It might not always be what it looks like, but yeah, that's how it works. So then select something. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. That's not my favorite wooden texture, but it looks pretty good. So you can do the same thing for a wall, as long as you make sure that you have the correct texture selected. Then it'll work. So I'll select the texture for the wall, and then I'll use this to replace. Okay. Yeah, this is fun. I actually made a test chamber and published it. I called it Wood Test. All of this stuff was replaced with wooden textures. And yeah, that was pretty simple. But there's also a Fizzler texture that I really like. So I will go over here and select Fizzler Center. And then I'll scroll down. Okay. And eventually you'll come to the Fizzler textures. It's sort of hard to find textures in this big mess of textures, but here are all the ones for the Fizzler. I like to use this underground Fizzler texture, so it'll replace the texture. But that only replaced the middle, just like I had to do it over here. So I'll go here again, and then I'll select this, and I'll replace it with that underground texture as well. Well, it's called underground. I don't know why. So yeah, this is fun and relatively simple, unless you're really a noob. So yeah, I'm just going to finish replacing the texture on this Fizzler. And yeah, this is done pretty much. You can just do this on Fizzlers and stuff. There are some things that it might not work on, like I don't think that you can like retexture this companion cube. If I try. So yeah, there's no texture in here that I can find for the companion cube. So yeah, I don't know how to retexture everything, but I know the basics, like retexturing walls and things like that. So yeah, now to finish, we want to go to File and click Run Map. And then click OK. That'll launch Portal 2. So yeah, I will see you in Portal 2. So now in Portal 2, it's time to look at our custom textures. And after this, we'll do all of the fancy publishing. Oops, looks like there was a little bit of a shading glitch on this Fizzler. Yeah, disintegrate that good old companion cube. I didn't need it anyway. I have a bad habit of abusing companion cubes. Ever since I played through Test Chamber 17, I had no trouble disintegrating that one. Okay, so yeah, this is what the custom textures look like. I think this is absolutely awesome that it's possible to do this. Yeah. And then I have this fancy Fizzler over here. This is the underground texture. But what I was saying about Invisible Wall is that when this big Fizzler is turned off, its texture stays, and I can walk through it. So that's good for fancy test chambers, like walking through the wall. So, yeah. Now I will show you how to publish this. So, first off, you'll want to close Hammer. Hit the X button there. Never mind that little thing over there. That's just my desktop recording program. It's called OBS, and it's what I use to substitute for Fraps Desktop ever since I started using Windows 8. So then close Portal 2 authorizing tools, minimize Steam, and go to your file browser. Oh sheesh, all those recording programs getting in my way. So then I go to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Portal 2, and SDK Content, Maps, and it's in here. So here's tutorial.bsp. That's what you're going to be using. So you want to go to Portal 2 and somewhere, actually no, not somewhere, in bin. If you go to bin, here is what you will be using to publish this thing. Ooh, look, there's Hammer. So in here, you will find p2mappublish.exe. You're going to want to open this, and you will be popped up with this. So I've already published one, so you want to hit add. You will need a preview image, so you'll want to go find that as well. So I can just click these buttons and go to my desktop. And I have this image that I like to use for these. Cow. And I'll call this tutorial. Weird typing. So then I want to click the checkbox, hit browse, and go up one folder, and then go down to SDK Content, Maps, and here is tutorial.bsp, and you will want to click the publish button, but I'm not going to. Just click the publish button. Yeah, that's how you do it. Very simple, and then it'll pop you up with like a browser thing. So actually I will hit the button. Yeah, people are gonna see my tutorial. Yeah, I should put the link to this video in the description of the thing. So yeah, this will publish, and then after that I'll see this, and yeah, it got published. It says I'm in the Portal 2 publishing tool. Okay. So yeah, this is what it'll look like, and then you can do stuff. Yeah. People can find it now. Yeah. So that's all I have today. Thanks for watching.